Welcome everybody inside the historical Harbor Place as we have some Sunday morning U18 Major Hockey League action going on. My name is Mason tonight here with High Button Sports. Happy to give you the coverage of this one as we have two teams who have similar stories as we're near the halfway point of the season. The Marching Milico Hunters are hosting the South Shore Mustangs here today. Tied at 6 points apiece at the bottom of the standings in the U18 Major League here in Nova Scotia. So, two teams looking to get in the win column. It's been tough sledding for both sides, but they both know they got a shot here today, as both teams will huddle up one last time before the opening draw. Starting in goal is Ryder Patterson, number 1 for the Mustangs, and Colby O'Shaughnessy, number 31 for the Harbor Hunters, as we're underway here in Coal Harbor Place, Scotia 1. The Mustangs will try and send it in deep. That was Rogers giving chase. Belleville finds out the pass from his defense. Puck in the neutral zone. Here is Harlan. Harlan will look to send it in deep out the body of Baldwin. Puck comes free for Noah Hocko, the veteran defenseman, gets stripped of the puck. And then the forecheck was Phil Richard. A shot from LeBlanc, that first save for Colby O'Shaughnessy. There'll be no rebound as that was shot right into the glove. 29 seconds in, we'll have our first whistle. Take a look at the overall league leaders in points. Nobody on either side in this game in the top 25 in the league. Ewan Sim having himself quite the rookie season. The top of the leaderboards, him and Ethan Frazier, the two guys from Pictou, leading the league in points. A shot from Perry, deflected rebound as O'Shaughnessy makes both saves. Mustangs hot off the hop here, but that's going to be out of the reach of the intended recipient. Logan McLean on the blue lines. Rebound came loose there as Urquhart took the bounce and nearly opened the scoring. As puck played on the wall. That will make its way to neutral ice as tangled up as Ludi looking to make the play. Bain was on him. Martin will chip into the zone. McLean giving chase as he has Belleville right over him. Belleville makes a play in front looking for Cluett, who leads the Hunters in scoring with 14 points. Here is Ludi on the point shot. Stop made by Patterson with the blocker. And that's his first save of the game, as it's going to be sent in deep by Cluett, but turned over. Worth into pinch, keeps the play alive for a moment. Puck bouncing in the center ice circle, as that's going to exit the zone. Last man back is Ludi. He'll look for a lane. Holds on to it, finds Worth. Looks like Ludi's playing defense out there today for the Hunters. I'm pretty sure he's usually a forward. But here is Urquhart. That is Andrew Urquhart, the rookie. Drops it off. Martin will spin. Braden Martin will look for a trailer. Finds Hocko at the bench. Hocko backhand towards the net, and nobody was home to put in that feed. Is a good pace to start things off. As on the blue line, Jaden Hall, the Voyagers call up out there, and puts the puck in deep. Makes its way all the way around. That's going to be an icing call, but no, they're to negate as LeBlanc takes a hit on Hall, but Hall gets the better of that exchange. As Hall will cycle it behind his own net, turned over. Puck play to the point. Mustangs have it. Pass across. One timer. LeBlanc fanned on as they'll go to the bench in disgust. Puck can be kept in by the Mustangs as point shot blocked as Chu let that one rip. Will Sanford will send it in deep. Maverick Mitchell out there looking for the puck in the corner. Comes free. Here's Hall. Hall, the call rookie defenseman, will look to get the puck out as Urquhart. That is Cameron Urquhart. Will look to make the play at the zone. He will. Here is Chu as Boudreau on him, as being Nate Boudreau. Puck comes free at the line. Urquhart will chip it back towards the zone as Maverick Mitchell finds it center ice. Plays it back for Noah Hocko. Hocko back for Mitchell. Mitchell will put the brakes on his own zone. Plays over across for Hocko on the return pass. Here is Noah Hocko. Hocko will enter the zone through the middle. Hocko still has on the left side now. Shot will be blocked on its way through. Rebound play behind the net. As Boudreau has it, he'll cycle in D looking for Mitchell, but it's going to have to skid to the referee as Mustangs have possession. Chu will play up the wall off the stick of Lynch. Puck comes free at the blue line there, and the Hunters will take over. Here's Cameron Urquhart with Mitchell. Urquhart skate to stick, ends up in the corner. As both teams battle for possession, Lynch will poke it up ahead, right under the stick of Urquhart, who has it in the corner in the offensive zone. Urquhart looking to make a play, but it's going to be intercepted. Sent to the line, but Peyton Boudreau will keep it in. Played behind the net, as here is Cole Rogers. Goes skate to stick, backhand pass up the wall. Spinning is McMullen to create some space. McMullen has Mitchell draped all over him in the corner. As one-on-one down low, comes free up top. Urquhart holding the line. He'll send it back in deep. Rogers there to collect it once again by his own net. Rogers going to find Lynch, but good forecheck there from McKnight to keep things inside the Mustang zone. Puck play to the middle as the ice will be called on the play. Ludi, last man back. Mustangs can't change off the icing call. Take a look at the Hunters' top scorers and all the scores. Actually, it's been a lot of guys coming and going on this roster, but Justin Claude has been a steady force for them with 14 points so far in this regular season. As here is Lynch off the icing. Lynch shots off for Rogers. Stop made by O'Shaughnessy with the pad. Rebound picked up by the Hunters in their own zone. That's going to be chipped up to Cluett. Cluett gets by Rogers, but he can't escape him as he was right there in the back check. Puck bouncing, neutralized for Ludi. He was playing defense today, it looks like. Lynch will play it up to the middle for Rogers. Rogers backhand pass for McMullen. He enters the zone. McMullen's shot is blocked in the zone entry shot. Puck comes loose in the half wall. Spinning, comes free. Up for Richard. Shot off the pad of O'Shaughnessy, who's seeing the puck well today. Here come the Hunters now as Count gets the guys welcome to the league there as he gets stood up near his own bench. Puck is dropped off. Shot is on through the screen. That's going to be blocked as Hunters have possession. Pass through the middle from Baldwin. Chance here for Morris now. Morris spins out the corner. The rookie forward has it in the offensive zone. Morris up for Hall. Hall will take the pass and send it towards the goal. That's going to take a funny hop. Rebounds there for Beliveau. Had a few whacks at it, but he couldn't find the back of the cage as Ryder Patterson stood his ground. That will make its way to neutral ice. Here is Hall. Hall over to Morris, who couldn't play it off the hop correctly. Puck comes free for the Mustangs. Going to be sent in deep by McMullen. I expect a physical affair. Two tight-checking teams going at it here today as Doyle gets to the puck first in the forward check. Doyle makes a move in the corner. Pass comes free there. Bain just goes wide of the net as Carter Bain had a good look there to open the scoring. The top scorer for the Mustangs is all alone in the slot as the South Shore Mustangs will dump it in deep. Here's Hall with a little bit of time and space. He'll use it to make a play up for Morris, who was off the linesman and able to regather it. Finds Beliveau. Beliveau with a move. Has some space. Beliveau drops it off for Baldwin. Shot! Scores! Jack Baldwin past the glove, and the Hunters strike first here at home. Beautiful drop pass to free up number 8, the rookie, Jack Baldwin, and he makes no mistake past the glove. And it's Cole Harbor who strike first here at CHP. The two rookies connecting there. Morris to Baldwin. They'll drop the puck at center ice. It's going to be sent in deep. Now it'll be covered up as Bailey last man back. So it was Beliveau, not Morris. My apology, wrong rookie. With the drop pass there, as you can hear from public address announcer Patrick Lafort. Down right below me at ice level. Puck is dropped. One back, but it's out of the reach of Bailey, who's going to be forced to play it all the way into his own zone. Andrew Urquhart will get there first. Urquhart in the corner looking to keep the play inside the Mustang zone. 2-on-2 down low. Goes a 3-on-2 as the extra man Jones for the Mustangs. Here's Boudreau up top. Boudreau's shot looking for the tip. It was off the skate of Cluett and wide in the corner. There to collect is Phil Richard. Richard pokes it up ahead. The Mustangs will be in transition now, but Hawk will get able to get there first. Hawk will go off the boards. Kept in. Here's Richard. Shot stop made by O'Shaughnessy, and there'll be no rebound as Richard, or Richard I should say, collected the clearing attempt and shot it right away, but O'Shaughnessy was ready for it, and he made the save. Take a look at the Mustang statistics. As I said, Carter Bain, 15 points, 6 and 9 in 19 games played. Neither team has a point per game player. As puck is dropped. Pass in front, not the face-off, was just out of the reach of the intended recipient. Here is Urquhart now. That's Cameron Urquhart. He'll send it in deep. Rogers, first man back. He'll take a shoulder check as he had Boudreau in on the forward check, and he made his presence known by stapling to the boards. Boudreau finds a loose puck. Stop made point blank by Patterson, as he's been had to be pretty sharp here in the early going. Says Ludi, last man back once again, will collect it. This time it's no icing. Here is Will Ludi in front of his own net. Will play to the corner. Turned over. Mulaney. Pass in front. It's going to be sticked away. Puck bouncing inside the Hunters zone. Kept in by Mulaney once again. Ludi finds it. Goes over to Worth. Liam Worth, the rookie defenseman, finds a streaking Cameron Urquhart, but he couldn't finish the job as he had McMullen over him. Puck comes free at the blue line for Worth. He'll send it towards the goal. Picked up by Rogers in front of his own net. Rogers up the wall for Lynch. One touch pass. as the Mustangs are breaking out now. Here's Mulaney under the zone. Mulaney look for a lane and shoot one blocked by Ludi. He's doing a pretty good job on the blue line here today. Picked up by Ewan McDonald. Drops off for Lynch. Puck bouncing on him. It's going to be picked up by Cameron. Carter's leaving for Boudreau. Boudreau 1-on-2 as his teammates are changing. Looking to make the play, but sticked away. McLean will find it and send it down the ice. And that will be another icing call as Hall's the last man back for the Hunters. 12.5 to go. Still 1-0 for the home team here at CHP. Face off will be to the blocker side. The starting goaltender, Ryder Patterson, number 1, who's faced the most rubber in the league this season by far. He even had an 80-shot performance against the Max, I think about a month ago now. But he's seeing lots of puck this season. As here comes Kluich. Shot stop made! That will just trickle through the crease. As Patterson just got enough of that one. Puck played in the corner, looking to clear the Mustangs. CDD pass. Here is McLean. McLean will look for a lane. He'll go off the glass, looking to clear. Ends up with a stick of Hawko neutral ice. Hawko on his own blue line. Looks for a lane. Passes it, but fanned on LeBlanc on the forecheck. Watch out here. LeBlanc has a step towards the goal. Stop made, but it was Chauncey with the poke check. The old school save comes up clutch there today, as that's going to be played behind the net. Hawko will be the first one there, as he has LeBlanc on him, and he'll get a piece of that guy. Here's Hall looking for the puck. Hall getting a regular shift here as he finds his Voyager teammate Cam looking to clear, but it's going to be kept in. Here is Hawko behind his own net now. Mustangs with a little bit of pressure on the forecheck. Count has another chance to clear. This time he'll go off the boards. Makes its way to the neutral ice, finds Baldwin. Jack Baldwin, the goal scorer, will try and get it in deep. Mustangs find it right away. Able to make the play up for Hartland. Hartland gets taken down on neutral ice. Arm stays down as well from the referee. Here's Beliveau up for Baldwin, looking to reconnect there as they did in the first goal. Going to be picked up by Boudreau. That's Peyton Boudreau, number 24. He'll dump it in deep, but his teammates are offside, so he's forced to back off in the neutral zone. Mustangs will take the space they have and Bain. Bain will fire one off the wing, stopped made by O'Shaughnessy, and he gets the rebound as well. He's been doing a great job of that today, covering up those rebounds and preventing them from happening as well. A sign of a good goaltender. So when you have the two bottom teams in the league, their goaltenders are going to face lots of shots, as I just mentioned. Patterson has seen the most shots according to the U18 major website. And O'Shaughnessy not far behind him. As puck comes free as Worth shoves his man to the wall. Boyle looking for it. Plays on the stick of Boudreau. There is Peyton Boudreau, number 24 for the Hunters, looking for Morris, the headman, but it's going to be out of his reach, and they'll go all the way down for an icing call against the Hunters. 10.5 to go. Face-off will be to the glove side of O'Shaughnessy. Doyle against Baldwin, 2 rookies going out of the face-off dot. One back for Bailey, but he couldn't hold the line as the Mustangs are forced to regroup. As Worth will collect the puck from his goaltender. Liam Worth scans the ice. Over to Boudreau. Boudreau will go through the middle, but off the stick of Ogden, but ends up on the stick of Morris. Good bounce there for the Hunters. Sent in deep. Chu against Baldwin for the loose puck. As Chu will win that battle. Played behind the net. Mustangs are going to clear. That's going to be kept in by Will Ludi. Bailey will collect it. Look for a lane. Cameron Bailey will go up through the middle. Here come the Mustangs now. Captain Bain has it. Bain with Doyle and Ogden. Bain will enter the zone on the right wall. Behind the net is number 10 in blue. Bain circling, shooting, and that's going to be blocked. Doyle there to send it in deep. That's out of the corner. Here comes shot on. It's going to be stopped. As that was McMullen who made the move off the wall. Gets the puck on net. As Rogers will pinch in to keep the play alive. Rogers against Baldwin. As 2-on-2 on the half wall in front of the crowd here at CHP. Comes free. Mustang shot off the post. You can hear it sing from up here. As that will just ring the iron. Puck will escape the zone and comes free right in front of the Hunters bench. As last man back is Baldwin. They're on the forecheck as Bain will collect on the back check. Carter Bain will circle back. The veteran forward will find his teammate McMullen up ahead. As here's Sanford. Sanford over across LeBlanc. Shot blocked by Hawko. Rebounds there. Looking for the wraparound. Stopped by O'Shaughnessy with the pad. As LeBlanc showing good poise there. Wrapping that puck around, looking to tie the game. Puck comes free in the corner. Martin looking to clear. That'll be kept in for a moment. Kluich finds it in front of his own bench. Kept in by Sanford. Comes straight for Hako. Hako will go off the wall looking for Martin. He can't get past the defender who's pinching in the neutral zone. Hako battling with Sanford. Puck comes free. Hunters get possession. Here's Braden Martin looking to clear. Puck is still bouncing. Martin has another chance to get the puck out. Ends up with a stick of Ludi. Ludi will go across the ice but picked off by McMullen. McMullen out of the corner. Battling with Cluett as number 17 and White wins that battle but plays off the wall and turned over. Sent right back in deep. Mustangs playing that chip and chase game. Here is Martin now. Martin went to the zone, pass over cross, looking for Urquhart. That's out of his reach. That's Andrew Urquhart, the rookie. Hawker will find it on the blue line, as Sanford will strip the puck from him. Here comes Sanford one-on-one, but Boudreau able to stand his ground and stop the one-on-one chance as Hawker will collect. Noah Hawko gets it off the wall inside the zone. Hawko towards the goal, played behind the net off the side of the cage. That's going to be kept out as Hawko has the puck on the goal line as he was on the ground and able to get back up in time. Here is Peyton Boudreau shot looking for the tip. Rebound just goes wide. There is Mitchell now. Sends it back in deep. Over to Andrew Urquhart. Urquhart, number 10, will make a move on the half wall. Plays it up top and over to his home as the Hunters were changing. Hall off the bench. Makes the play. Over across for Boudreau. Boudreau off the wall. As McDonald will find it in neutral ice. Here's Ewan McDonald. Will enter the zone on the left side. Makes a move. But on the back check is Urquhart. Able to prevent that scoring chance. Mulaney looking for it. Comes free for Urquhart. He'll lead the rush for the Hunters. Urquhart with a move on the blue line, but can't get into the zone cleanly. Mitchell looking for the puck in the corner. Gets hit. Mulaney as another hit in the wall. Comes free. Urquhart pass in front looking for Mitchell. Pass just out of the reach of the number 28, the rookie forward, third year in the league, or third year U18 I should say. A 2008 born Maverick Mitchell, to be more specific. Here is Boudreau looking for the puck. Number 23, Peyton Boudreau, will fall down trying to make the play. Puck ends up on the wall. Comes free for Mitchell. Mitchell has a little bit of time here to make a play out of his own zone, but fans on it and Bailey will send it right back down. A little bit of frustration from Mitchell there. As here's Hall. Hall, return pass over to Worth as Hall gets hit on the forecheck, but stands up his man. Puck comes free. There is Chu, last man back, has Mitchell on him on the forecheck. Chu uses his net to escape the forecheck. That's going to be sent down the ice. That'll be an icing call with 6:10 to go. But luckily for the Mustangs, we'll have a TV timeout, so we'll be back in just a few moments. Welcome back after that brief intermission for a TV timeout, they call it here. Gives the commentators a chance to catch their breath. It's been a pretty fast game to this one, despite it being two bottom place teams. They're both fighting to get ahead of each other. They're tied in the standings as Chu will find it behind the net. Here's Richard now. Richard, the rookie forward, gets hit into the wall. Puck will remain inside the Mustang zone, counted on the forecheck against Bailey. Bailey will circle back behind the net. Nice move to escape the forecheck with number 6 in blue. That's going to be sent out the zone. Ludi back to retrieve it, but watch out. He has McMullen right on him. Able to make the play, though. Hunters have it. There's McKnight looking to get loose inside the zone. That's going to be sent into the corner, but the Hunters are offside, so a lot of time and space for Rogers. Rogers up the wall, finds Richard. Richard in the middle. There's Hartland now. Nice move of the line. Hartland will shoot the face-off dot. Shot made. Rebound. Steered towards the corner as O'Shaughnessy doing a great job controlling his rebounds here today. He knows there's a big 2 points on the line. As here is McKnight. Enters the zone and thumps it in deep. Off the wall, McMullen against Baldwin. Puck comes free for Rogers behind the net. Rogers will find his captain, Bain. Bain will lead the rushes. He'll get the line and send it towards the opposite corner. Back to retrieve it is Liam Worth. Looks for an option. Up top for Cound. Cound will go off the wall. Finds Baldwin. Baldwin, the only goal scorer in this game so far. This puck comes free in front of the Hunters benchers. Ogden now 2-on-1 developing, but Hawko with a good defensive stick prevents the scoring chance. Comes free for Belleville now inside his own dome. Here's Remy Belleville looking to clear off the shimp out of Ogden. Belleville will get the line and send it in deep as watch out there. It's a funny box with the stanchion. Those funny CHP boards. I'm sure we've all seen that over the years as Ogden will chip it in. Out to play is O'Shaughnessy. He'll go forehand up the wall but turned over. Ogden finds it. Pass in the middle but picked off. As here is Morris. Morris will lead the rush for the Hunters. The rookie will make a move, entering the zone, looking to chop it off for Belleville, but he gets chipped with the puck by Bain, the veteran, as he'll lead it up for Doyle. Here's Kean Doyle through the middle, enters the zone. Doyle shot the rush, stop made by O'Shaughnessy with the glove. And once again, there'll be no rebound for number 31 in white. 4:04 to go here in the first. Shots are 9-5, like a Dolly Parton song, in favor of the visiting Mustangs, who have yet to score on Colby O'Shaughnessy. Face-off will be to the aforementioned goaltender's blocker side. Puck is dropped, one back to the Hunters. They go off the wall. Just Martin couldn't get that loose puck as McLean will collect it for the Mustangs, but Urquhart intercepts. Mustangs regain possession. Sent into their corner. Looking to clear is Perry. Perry will go off the wall. Looking for the stick of his teammate Sanford. Kept in and shot towards the goal, but blocked on its way through. Cluett looking for the loose puck. Wins the battle. Finds Martin. Cluett gets tangled up once again on the wall. As 3-on-2 developing on the boards. Comes free in the corner. Spinning and clearing is McLean. Kept in at the line. Shot tipped. Save made by Patterson as Martin was parked in front looking for the redirection. Here's Urquhart. Makes a move on the half wall. Plays it towards the goal but blocked. As Shaden Hall forced to retreat and neutral ice to retrieve the puck. Here is Worth off the D-to-D pass. Worth will go up for Martin, who uses his stick to deflect it inside the zone. Last man back is Perry as Cluett all over him, turned over. Here's Urquhart now, the rookie. Andrew Urquhart spins off a check on the half wall but gets pinned to the boards. Escapes the Mustangs as he has the puck, skates his stick on the goal line. LeBlanc comes in to pin him against the wall once again. Here is Martin up top for Ludi. Looks for a lane, but he fumbled the puck at the blue line, forced to retreat. 2:45 to go as Ludi gets tangled up. Here is Urquhart looking to make a play from Martin. Finds Ludi. Ludi, backhand pass towards the goal. Redirected but stop made by Patterson. As Mustangs will recollect. Here comes McMullen. Weaving his way through, but stripped of the puck at neutral ice. Right in the face-off dot in center ice. That's going to be played back for Bailey. Bailey will go backhand over cross, but out of the reach of his partner. Ends up on the wall. Looking to clear are the Mustangs, and they will have a chance here at the rush. Shot stop made by O'Shaughnessy. That was deflected on its way in off the stick of Hawko. Made for an easy save for 31, and those are a guaranteed one for him, especially today. So 2:16 to go. No changes on either side for this face-off inside the Hunters zone. And for the draws, McDonald against Maverick Mitchell. Puck dropped. One back for Hawko. Hawko behind his own net will try to get by Mulaney. Plays up the wall as Bailey can't pinch again. Keeps the play alive. Worth forced to retrieve it behind his own net. Worth will try and spin out the forecheck of Lynch. He gets pinned in the wall. A lot of board pitting for the Mustangs today as puck comes free from Mitchell. Mitchell will lead the rush for the Hunters. Here's Maverick Mitchell with a nice move. Mitchell still has it towards the goal. Pass in front in the crease. It's still loose. They whack away. That will just go wide of the net as Bujo couldn't collect it in front. Puck makes his way to the blue line, but Hawko can't hold the line. Forced to retreat, neutral ice. Hawko can't get by the forward check as Mustangs will take over possession. As intercepted by Mitchell. Here's Maverick Mitchell once again for a little bit of space. Mitchell looking to weave his way through, ends up on net as he gets taken down on the way through from Chu. Patterson makes a save as the puck slowly trickled its way into his crease. And that will be another whistle. Face-off will be to the glove side of number 1 in blue. The rookie line of Morris, Baldwin, and Belleville, 6, 7, 8, all out there for his ozone draw. Boudreaux finds it at the blue line, but can't hold it. Here's Carter Bain. Bain 2-on-2 of Ogden. Bain takes it wide behind the net. It's the captain. Bain towards the goal, but on the back check was Hall to get the good defensive stick on the puck. Is Worth looking to clear. Here's Morris, kept at the line. Here is Doyle. Finds Rogers. Back to Doyle with a little bit of space. Shot! Stop made. Point blank from Colby O'Shaughnessy as we're inside the final minute of play in the first. Here's Doyle and out of the corner. His player's pinned against the wall. Baldwin will be forced to play it back to his goaltender unintentionally, and O'Shaughnessy will cover up as the puck entered his crease. It's 11 saves for O'Shaughnessy so far, about 19 minutes in and change. Mustangs offense zone chance here. They left the tie of the game before the buzzer for the intermission as Doyle took the face-off against Cluett. Puck dropped, one back to the point. Here's Bain. Rogers will throw it around the wall. LeBlanc tangled up in front, couldn't get to the loose puck. Ludi will get there. Ludi can't clear, gets pinned to the wall once again, but Cluett able to help him out this time. Here's the rookie, Erhardt Andrew. He'll look to clear. Puck bouncing in neutral ice. Here's Martin now, might have a step, but he can't get by McMullen. Here's Hawko, shot blocked on its way through. 30 seconds to go now. Martin, Urquhart up top for Hawko. Hawko back for Urquhart. He'll walk in and pass across, looking for Ludi, who's streaking through the right side, but he couldn't get the puck to him. Puck played behind the net. Pass in front. Clued's all alone. Shot! Just goes wide as the Hunters' top scorer had a prime chance to make it 2-0. Here's Martin. 10 seconds to go. Puck free in the corner. Bain tangled up with Cluett. 4 seconds as that will just about do it here. One last chance perhaps, but no. Too little too late. And the Hunters will take a 1-0 lead into the first intermission as Cluett has one last shove for Bain at the buzzer. So the home team gets the one goal, and that's their only scoring so far. Zan Moy to the ice, both teams to dressing rooms. We're tuned to High Button Sports at the Clover Place. We'll be back after the break. Welcome back inside the Coal Harbor Place, Scotia 1 to be exact, as the Hunters and Mustangs in the battle of the basement. Hunters scored the only goal of the first. It was Jack Baldwin who took the drop pass from Remy Beliveau. No penalties reported on either side, so just the one goal on the score sheet. Shots were 11-8 in favor of the Mustangs, who find themselves down on the road going into the second period. Both teams will make their way to center ice. Fresh 20 minutes on the board as it's Bain against Baldwin, the two rookies. It's going to be dropped. And we're underway here in the second. Hawko will make an opening pass over across for Boudreau, who sends it in deep. That's going to be our first whistle, as there'll be an icing call against the Hunters. So they can't change, but it's only been 8 seconds, so I don't think they would anyway. Puck will be dropped to the right side of O'Shaughnessy, who had a great first period. Was controlling his rebounds very well. The 2010 Q draft eligible goaltender. Puck is dropped. Going back to the point for the Mustangs. Stop made by O'Shaughnessy. As watch out, that guy in the corner got hit with the puck, standing by the glass. As he doesn't throw it back on the ice, he's going to hold on to it, I guess. So that is his to keep, as he earned it by getting hit by it. So they'll have to take a new puck and drop it, and it hits the ice. As it's going to be one back by the Hunters. Is Peyton Boudreau looking for Mason Morris. He gets tangled up by Rogers. Comes free for Rogers. Pass in front just goes wide through the crease as Ogden let a redirection go, but he was tangled up. Pass in front nearly find Doyle, but off of his stick as Baldwin will lead the rush. Comes free at center ice is hit on Beliveau by Rogers. Here is Bain now. Good start for the Mustangs. Off the hop here in the second period. As Bain will cycle in deep looking for Ogden. This looks to be the Mustangs' top line out there. Bain, Ogden, and Doyle. As they'll be sent inside the Mustang zone. Last man back is Cole Rogers. He'll go up the wall, looking to clear. As that will be kept in at the line by Ludi. There's Rogers. Back for Bain. Bain with a toe drag to get past Baldwin in his own zone. Rogers takes the pass from his captain, but turned over there as Beliveau just gets enough of it. There is Ludi now. Will Ludi will drag and shoot up high. He scores! The forward-playing defenseman joins the rush and scores the goal over the glove of Patterson. And the Hunters are up by 2 goals here at home. Will Ludi, the 2009 first-year forward in this league, goes upstairs to make things 2-0 here in Scotia 1. As it's Cluett against McDonald with the ensuing draw off the goal. And it's one back for the goal scorer, Ludi, who will take it inside the zone. The puck will be sent the other way as Martin will be the last man back. Martin will go off the wall, finds Worth. Worth will go through the middle, finds a stick of Cluett. Here comes Justin Cluett with a step, has Urquhart. Cluett couldn't make the play as in on the back check for the Mustangs. More specifically, that was Mulaney with a stick. As sent back inside the Mustang zone. Looking for the puck is McLean. As he gets pinned to the wall, 2-on-2 down low behind the net of Patterson. Here's McDonald. Shot from Worth on the turnover, stopped by Patterson. As Worth will get it right back and send it right into the corner for the rookie Urquhart. There's Andrew Urquhart, makes a nice move behind the net. Plays it to the point, but Ludi wasn't ready for it. As they announce his goal, Ludi will play it back in his own end over to Worth. Worth will go up the wall, picked up by Raiden Martin. Martin, the former King, will play it into the zone. Into the corner now. Martin has it behind the net. Number 22 in white will make the play. Pass in front there. Urquhart, who was point blank with Patterson, but this time number 1 in blue stands his ground and makes the save. As shots are evening up now, 12-11 in favor of the Mustangs still, as they're down a pair. As Cameron Urquhart will take the face-off against Doyle, or Richard rather. Puck is dropped. One back for Bailey. Looks to make a play out of his own end. Up the wall, looking for LeBlanc. LeBlanc will go through the middle, but picked off, is sent the other way. Chu gets tangled up. Puck comes free for Urquhart. That's Cameron. As Mustangs get it, pass over to the wall. It's going to be picked up by LeBlanc, but he was offside, so that will stop play. Puck will be dropped right in front of the South Shore bench. Mitchell against Richard for this face-off. Neutral ice. Puck is dropped. One back by the Mustangs as Chu will collect. Chu, backhand pass over to Bailey. Poked up ahead for Harlan, who just puts it right on the stick of Urquhart. Plays it back for Hawko. Hawko makes a nice escape move on the forward check, but he gets tangled up. Hawko turns it over. Harlan plays it in deep with Mitchell on the back check. Makes the play up the wall. Hunters are going to chip it out the zone. That's going to just stay in as Harlan gets the puck again over to LeBlanc, but Hawko in desperation mode with the stick makes the play. Hawko will lead the rush. Nice move. Here's Noah Hawko with a step. Hawko will hold on to it and shoot one, just missing the top corner with number 12 in white. As here is Boudreau. Boudreau will spin and fire it back into the zone. Bailey will collect it and circle behind his own net. Here's Cameron Bailey up for Richard. As Phil Richard will go cross ice off the stick. That's going to be no icing as it hit the twig of the Mustang. O'Shaughnessy will play it forehand up the wall for Cameron Urquhart. Drops it for Mitchell. Here's Maverick Mitchell. Gets by Sanford. Mitchell still has it. Another move. Off for Urquhart. Shot made. That's going to be a stop by Patterson. Rebound is cleared away by the Mustangs, but kept in at the body of Boudreau on the forecheck. Recollected by McDonald to go up the boards, but Hall was there with the stick. Here's Jaden Hall weaving his way through neutral ice. Will try and drop it off, but sent the other direction by the Mustangs. Comes free as Urquhart, the veteran, will send it into the bench, and that will be another whistle. As we're about 6 minutes into this second period. Or 4 minutes, I should say. So we'll drop the puck once again right in front of the South Shore bench, the neutral ice. Clode versus McDonald. Puck could drop, one back with the Mustangs once again. And that's going to be sent on net as O'Shaughnessy will leave it for Ludi. Watch out there, falling down was Boudreau. Couldn't accept the partner pass. Here's Cowan, up ahead for Cluett. Foot race to the puck as it hit a deflection. Cluett against Rogers in the corner. As Rogers gets taken down by Cluett on the forward check. Referees letting them play here today. Love to see that. As here is Cowan as he strips the puck. Sends it in deep. Cluett against Rogers once again. Nice time. Rogers comes out with the puck. Nice escape move. Rogers goes off the wall, right to himself. Not sure if that was intentional or not, but he gets the line and sends it in deep. And the forecheck is McDonald against Ludi. He gets there first. Here is McDonald behind the opposition net. Rogers pinching in. Will play it against the wall. Puck comes straight from McDonald to the corner. McDonald had Cowan to the puck from him as Cluett will lead the rush. Backhand pass to McKnight. Here's Liam McKnight. Looking to get a step, and he will. McKnight towards the goal, looking for Cowan, but he couldn't connect with his man. As McDonald will take over. Here's Ewan McDonald towards the Hunter zone, but picked off by Peyton Boudreau. That's going to be sent right back down inside the Hunter zone. It's hit after the play on Baldwin. Here's Hawko now as he collects the puck from his goaltender. Hawko up for Baldwin. Watch out here. Jack Baldwin's all alone. Shot. Backhand scores. Baldwin double dips here at home. And it's 3-0 for the Hunters. What a pass from Worth to find Baldwin all alone. Or that was Hawko rather from behind his own net. Hawko made the play up for Baldwin, who faked the shot and then went backhand, fooled Patterson. With 14 and a half to go, the Hunters are up by 3 here at home ice. Great showing from Cole Harbor here on a Sunday afternoon. As here is Hall. Hall will collect it behind his own net, goes up the boards, looking to clear. Ends up with a stick of Baldwin, who's on hat-trick watch now. Here's Jack Baldwin. Will fire one off the rush and just goes wide. As Hawko will collect the puck. Noah Hawko gets tangled up, but it makes the play as puck ends up with a stick of Kean Boyle. Doyle over cross for Bain. Bain will fire one off the rush, sticked away by O'Shaughnessy. It's going to be kept in at the line by Perry. And then will shortly escape the zone afterwards. So O'Shaughnessy will collect behind his own net. Watch out, Bain on the forecheck, but Hall able to make the play just in time. Hall looking to clear. That's puck in the corner. As O'Shaughnessy gets the assist credit there, the goaltender. So having himself a day is Colby O'Shaughnessy. As he played the puck behind his net for Hawko. Now that I think about it. So Baldwin from Hawko and O'Shaughnessy on the latest Hunters goal. They have themselves a 3-0 lead as Hawko with a toe drag in his own zone. Makes the play. Hawko feeling it right now. Here is Noah Hawko. Enters the zone on the right side. as he gets stripped of the puck by Doyle, and he'll try and spring Bane, but he couldn't corral the bounce. Is Worth off the bench. Able to get to the puck first. Mulaney looking forward in the corner. Puck pops free. Ludi will collect it on the face-off dot as he'll spin back and make a nice play to Worth. Ludi looking like a pretty good defenseman out there today. That's going to be intercepted in neutral ice. Sent back into the zone. Morris will collect it behind the net. Morris looking for an option as the teammates are changing. Morris spins off a check as he gets tangled up. Fluid off the bench will poke it into the wall. Comes free, and Ludi holds the line. Ludi to the half wall for Martin. One-timer Clue, it just goes wide of the net. Collected by Morris. Up top for Worth. One-timer shot stop made by Patterson. As here's Ludi. Sent back in deep. Mustangs have a chance to clear, and they will. As here is Lynch. Lynch through the middle of the ice. One to the zone. Drops it off inside of the reach of Mulaney as Braden Martin will take over. Martin will gather some speed. Drops it off for Ludi. There is Will Ludi, the newfound defenseman, as he gets slashed, and that'll be our first penalty of the game. Hunter's out of the power play. As here's Urquhart over to Worth. Worth will shot towards the goal. It's going to be sticked away. Braden Martin will collect it behind the net, and that's going to be touched up by the Mustangs. And let's see what the call is here. I assume it's slashing, and that will be the signal from the referee, number 3. So the Hunters, who have a 3-0 lead, will head to the power play. Baldwin back out there. He's got 2, looking for 3. Face-off will be to the blocker side of Patterson. Baldwin in for the draw out there with 2 rookies on his wing. Morris and Beliveau. Puck play to the point for Boudreau. Boudreau will walk down the wall in the corner for Beliveau. Boudreau takes the return pass. There's Peyton Boudreau. Down low for Beliveau. Fights off the check. Up top for Worth. Worth will shoot through the traffic. Just gets blocked and sent wide. Beliveau gets the puck in the half wall. Beliveau up top for Boudreau. Boudreau will walk down. Plays it over across for Worth. Worth will corral and get to the middle. Worth over to Baldwin. Skate to stick. Switches spots with Worth. Over to Boudreau. Boudreau up top for Baldwin, who has a little bit of space here. Over to Worth. Worth will corral it and circle back. Worth looking for a lane. Shot towards the goal. Stopped made by Patterson through the screen. As here is Morris. Over to Baldwin on the half wall. Baldwin over across for Beliveau. One-timer scores. Beautiful pass from Baldwin. Over to Beliveau. And the 2 rookies connect on the power play. And it's 4-0. Hunters with a great performance here so far on home ice. Beautiful passing on that man advantage. Led to a wide open Beliveau who made no mistake. As here's LeBlanc, the turnover, but the Mustangs were offside according to the linesman. So 4-0 here in Cole Harbour. LeBlanc against Cluid in the neutral zone draw. Puck hits the ice, one back for the Mustangs. Here is Rogers onto the zone. Rogers towards the goal, fought out by O'Shaughnessy, rebound cleared away. This is Sanford. Shot at the awkward angle will be fought off by O'Shaughnessy. So Worth gets the assist as well. Beliveau from Baldwin and Worth, the official goal call there. Puck is dropped. On the head for LeBlanc, lets his shot go. Another shot. Both saves made by O'Shaughnessy as centering pass will go all the way down the ice. As Rogers will collect inside his own zone. DD pass. Return feed was out of the reach of Rogers, who went one way, and puck went the other. As Cluit finds the turnover and just sends it wide. Here is Cameron Urquhart. Up top for Martin. Andrew Urquhart has it now. Gets pinned to the wall. Cluit finds it. Gets a few shoves. That's going to be a penalty on the play. As once again, the Hunters will to the man advantage. As Baldwin right back out there. Out himself a day. 2 goals and an assist. Leading his team right now. As another collision there after the fact. Mustangs showing some frustration here in the second period as we're about halfway through regulation. Hunter's power play will huddle up right before the draw. This is the same unit that just scored. Baldwin, Morris, Beliveau, Worth, and Boudreau. That's Peyton Boudreau. Puck won back by the Mustangs, but kept in by the Hunters. As here's Baldwin. Up for Boudreau. Boudreau on the wall. Sent down low for Beliveau. Beliveau up top for Boudreau. Over to Baldwin. Baldwin in the middle of the ice. Up top. Pass over across. Worth one-timer stop made by Patterson with the blocker. As here's Worth. Up top for Baldwin. Baldwin will drag it and look for a lane. Pass for Beliveau. And once again, Baldwin to Beliveau. That's 2 in a row on the power play. And 5-0 is your score here at Cole Harbour. 2 for 2 are the Hunters in the man advantage. And the rookies connect once again. And that will take us to our TV timeout. So we'll be right back in 1 minute after the break. So welcome back after the TV timeout. 5-0 for the Hunters here at home, who are out of themselves a day at CHP. Puck is dropped. One back for Worth, who has been quarterbacking this Hunters power play, who are 2 for 2 tonight. Here's Urquhart. That's Cameron Urquhart. Poked off the puck. Is watch out here. Here's a chance for Bain all alone. Bain will fire one on. Stop made by O'Shaughnessy on the partial breakaway. As here's Doyle out of the corner. Can't spin out the check. Is Worth. Saber to the wall. And that looked like it hurt. That's going to be played behind the net, and that's going to be whistled down as Bain lets the shot go after the fact. And Boudreau did not like that one bit. And here we go. You got to respect the veteran Boudreau for coming to the defense of his goaltender. The late shot well after the whistle from Bain. Boudreau came in swinging there to the defense of his goaltender. Looks like Boudreau will be escorted to the bench, or he might have taken a penalty. Let's see what the referee signals here. So he's taking both guys. But the original penalty went to the Mustangs before the shot. So Mustangs will get the extra penalty. Bain and Boudreau. And that's going to be it for Ogden. A game misconduct. As the puck will be sent into the Mustang zone. So, a game misconduct for Ogden. That's the end of his day. And once the Mustangs touched the puck, they blew it down, but Bain still shot the puck, which was a penalty, and then Boudreau came to the defense of his goaltender, which also caused a penalty. So it will still be a power play. As Patterson looks to be playing catch with O'Shaughnessy. O'Shaughnessy has an assist in this game, so no stranger to using his twig. So it looks like everything's settled. So another chance for this Red Hot Hunters power play. Puck dropped. One back for the Mustangs. So just a 2 minutes on the board for Ogden. They got a 2 and a 10, it looks like, for boarding, for hitting from behind. But McDonald will collect. Yeah, so 2 and a game misconduct for Ogden. As Bain will take a penalty as well. So Bain and Bujo for roughing. Here's Cluett. Cluett out of the corner. We'll hold on to it. So the second unit out there for the Hunters is the first unit scored the 2 power play goals. As here's Baldwin out there. Baldwin up top for Hawko. Baldwin on hat-trick watch of 2 goals. He's got 2 assists as well. Shot across the wall. That's up the stick of Cluett. Here is Cluett, Justin Cluett, over to Baldwin up top. Baldwin finds Hawko. Hawko will fire one up high. That's going to be deflected wide of the net. As here is Urquhart over across for Hawko. Hawko passes to the middle. Shot from Martin in the bumper. Stop made by Patterson point blank, and that's a big one. As clearing attempt goes out the body of Chu, and then he'll find it and send it down the ice. As Urquhart there on his own blue line to collect it. Here is Andrew Urquhart. Drops it off for Cluett. Cluett will rim it around the wall as Baldwin collects on the boards. Here is Jack Baldwin. Hawko will collect off the pass from Baldwin. Chipped in deep for Urquhart, who plays it off the wall, but turned over as the Mustangs can't clear. Shot is on, and it's going to be stopped by Patterson. A few words being exchanged between Hawko and Lynch. Not sure if you can hear that, but I sure could. Ludi will take the face-off this time. He's been playing D all day, but now he's on the offensive end. Puck dropped. Here is Rogers. Richard, with 2-on-1 here. Richard spinning on the blue line, stays onside, but puck ends up on the stick of Ludi, who will circle back behind his own net. Here is Ludi over to Worth, collects the pass. Worth still has it as he dodged the back check. Here's Worth. Enters the zone, will stop up and pass through the middle. Watch out here. Mulaney has a step. Mulaney short-handed, all alone. Forehand scores! Lachlan Mulaney goes 5-0 on the short-handed breakaway. And the Mustangs have life here at Cole Harbour. Pass to the middle was picked off by number 11 in blue. And he went all the way and down below the legs of O'Shaughnessy. And South Shore has their first goal of the afternoon. They'll drop the puck at center. Here is Hawko. As Hunters do not do very well in that power play. There were two before that, but they gave up a short-handed chance there. As here is Counts. Can't enter the zone. As Mulaney over to LeBlanc. LeBlanc will play it off the wall. As him and Cluett collide. Here's LeBlanc. Sent in deep as Cluett. Looking for revenge there, but got stood up. As watched out there, LeBlanc and Cluett got tangled up. And that's going to be a penalty on Cluett as he knows it right away. As hit there after the fact. A few shoves in the corner. But they'll separate the two players. So all of a sudden the Mustangs have a little momentum right now as they'll send Ludi in the box as well. Him and a Mustang got tangled up. Trying to see who. That was Heartland, number 15. So looks like it will still be the extra penalty to Cole Harbour. The Mustangs for their first look on the power play. Doyle, Richard, McDonald, Bain, and Rogers, the 5 men out there for this man advantage. Hunter is looking to clear as they get the puck on the wall. It's going to be kept in for a moment. This here's Doyle, up ahead for Bain. Bain towards the goal, tipped just wide as McDonald was tangled up in front. Bujo looking to clear as he gets tangled up. Puck in the corner, you can see the battle ensuing there as Hawko falls down. As it's still loose on the wall. Eventually picked up by Rogers. This will circle back to the blue line. Rogers will shoot one blocked by Boudreau. As Belleville will collect the loose puck and send it down the ice. Nice job there from number 23, the veteran forward, to lay his body on the line on the penalty kill. As here's Rogers behind his own net. Over to Doyle, the rookie. Doyle goes cross ice for Bain. Bain behind the net. Has the puck, looking for an option. Carter Bain, the captain, finds Rogers. Rogers back to Bain up top. Bain will fire one through the screen. Stop made by O'Shaughnessy with a stick. Rebound directed to the corner. That's going to be kept in. Here's Rogers. Over cross for Shark. Back for Rogers. Rogers shot up high. Looking for the top shelf, and O'Shaughnessy with screens. Turn attempts kept in. Here's Richard. Over to Rogers. Up top for Doyle. Shot low. Blockered away from O'Shaughnessy. Rebound picked up by Worth, and that will be at the blue line, and Rogers forced to circle back. Here is Cole Rogers as he almost lost it there in center ice, but able to hold on to it. Rogers enters the zone. Off the rush shot into the screen. As O'Shaughnessy sees it and makes a save into the glove, and there'll be no rebound from number 31 in white. 5.5 to go here in the second period. Tune into highbuttonsports.ca. There's another jam-packed weekend of games throughout the website. U18 Female Maritime Girls Hockey League showcase going on in Summerside. All 9 teams in that league facing off against each other for the weekend. A full weekend of U18 major action, the regular season, as the Max just came off a Monktonian win. They're looking pretty unbeatable. Let's watch out here. McMullen almost goes all the way as he gets one last hack on O'Shaughnessy. And that will cause a stir after the fact. Another look at the standings going in today. Max have not lost a game here in the regular season. They went perfect in the Monktonian as well. And they just lost that one game in the Ottawa Showcase, so looks to be another championship run for Halifax. They've won back-to-back league titles, so they've been 3 in a row this year. But don't count out those week's majors. They're right on their tail. As shot from LeBlanc will be stopped through the screen, and we'll stop play with exactly 5 minutes to go in the second period. Two seconds to go in the power play for the Mustangs. They drop the puck. One ahead as Mitchell couldn't clear. Here is Mulaney, sent back in deep, finds Sanford as back to 5-on-5. Puck behind the net. Sanford will go up the wall. Finds Perry, shot blocked. As here's Mitchell. Up ahead. Here's Braden Cowan all alone. Cowan will fire one on him. Whoa! Watch out there! As the broken stick ends up all the way in the crowd. You don't see that too often. Not sure if you saw that blade explode or not. As a kid will go collect that one. That broken stick made its way into the crowd. And that was a goal. Okay, sorry. I was so focused on the stick exploding, I didn't even see the goal go in. My apologies. So, Hunter score again. I'm sorry, folks. I did not see who scored that. I was too fascinated by that broken stick into the crowd. I thought it stopped play because I thought it was the puck. So I kind of stopped looking, and then all of a sudden I hear the goal horn. So I'll wait for the official call on the play. Hopefully the camera caught it too. So it's 6-1. Let's wait for the goal call here if they got one. Shots are 22-22. So we'll shot the puck. Worth has it. So Andrew Urquhart gets the goal. My apologies, Urquhart. I didn't see that one. As Cowan gets the assist. Braden Cowan, the Voyagers call up. Cowan came in on the partial breakaway. Was stopped. That's what the stick broken was, I think. I guess the rebound was put in. As here's Baldwin. What's the brakes on? Baldwin has 4 points in this game. Worth, shot from the point, just goes wide. So here is Baldwin. Makes the move. by Landry. Puck bouncing for number 7 in blue, Landry. Ends up on the stick of Morris. Here's Mason Morris towards the middle for Baldwin. Shot to the side of the net. That'll be sent up the wall. Here is Beliveau. Up for Ludi. Ludi, nice escape move on the blue line. Ludi will fire one, but he gets sticked away by Landry. As Ludi will poke it back into the zone. Here's Chu looking to clear. 3.5 to go. Puck comes free for Jack Chu. Will look to clear. That will make its way onto Ludi's stick, neutral ice. Here's Will Ludi. Gets by the defender. Ludi still has it. Will poke it into the zone. As McDonald hit behind the net, but makes the play. Here's Landry. Up through the middle. Finds Chu. Chu enters the zone through the middle. Jack Chu will be stick to the puck there, but he gets the high stick on Morris. As he draws the call. So back to the power play for the Hunters. They're up 6-1 here at home. They had a pretty good effort last night against Steel Subaru. They were able to claw their way back in the third period. It was 6-4 with 5 minutes remaining. But ultimately lost 8-4 in Dartmouth. Puck is dropped, so Ludi takes the face-off once again. Here's Cluett. Over to Hako. Hako. Up for Cluett. Cluett plays it down low. Over to Martin. Martin gets hit by Rogers. Comes free for Ludi. Looking for his second of the game. That's going to be stopped by Patterson. His puck makes its way over to Hako, but he couldn't handle the puck. As Bain on the forecheck. Watch out here. Hako makes a play up for Cluett, who pokes it up the wall. Picked up by the Mustangs. Here's Rogers pinching in. Rogers will fire one off the pad of O'Shaughnessy. Rebound right there for Cluett, who plays it up ahead. Here is Ludi. Will Ludi on the right side enters the zone. Ludi gets hit on the entry but still has the puck. Ludi over across Martin. Scores! Ludi to Martin, and it's 7-1. Hunters having an offensive outburst here at home. 3 for 4 in the power play. As Braden Martin, number 22, gets the goal on the beautiful feed from Ludi, who did all the work there, go end to end. And if I'm Will Ludi, I'm thinking about changing my position to defense. As he sure has had himself a day here on the back end. As Boudreau gets blown up on the blue line. Here is Urquhart. Cameron Urquhart will throw it towards the goal. It's going to be sticked away. As Boudreau finds it. Boudreau towards the goal. As Peyton Boudreau was looking for Nate Boudreau, but he got tangled up in front. Here on the Mustangs, as Hartland will shoot one towards the goal. Rebounds there! That's going to be tangled up on the play, was LeBlanc couldn't finish that one. That's going to be thrown towards the goal, puck bouncing onto O'Shaughnessy. Will corral it and cover up for the whistle. 1.5 minutes to go in the second period. Mustangs are up 6 goals. Mitchell against the block for the face-off. Puck is dropped. There is Nate Boudreau, the third-year forward. Will put the brakes on. Boudreau will send it in deep for Mitchell. Maverick Mitchell out of the corner. Pass towards the goal. Right there for Boudreau at the rebound, but he sent it just wide. There is Peyton Boudreau. This will be thrown towards the goal, but steered away. Puck ends up in the corner for Maverick Mitchell. He'll poke it towards the goal. As it's loose for Nate Boudreau. Boudreau will find it and shoot it, but Patterson in desperation mode makes a save. Here's LeBlanc. Parker LeBlanc will turn it over. It's going to be sent back in the Mustang zone as we're inside the final 60 of the second. Puck played across the wall for Bailey, who finds LeBlanc. LeBlanc for Lane will shoot it all off the post. That close to making it 7-2. Someone rang the iron. Here's Baldwin with 4 points in the day, has 2 goals, looking for a hat trick. Baldwin will curl and drag, but he couldn't finish the job. He's a fan of the shot. Here's Worth. Shot towards the goal, tipped in the glove of Patterson. There'll be no rebounds. As number 1 in blue makes the save. So the Hunters are up now in the shot category, 26-24. Puck is dropped. Here's Beliveau. Plays it back in deep for Morris. Morris makes a spin move behind the net. Looking to get loose there, but he's tangled up with Chu. Morris uses his body to shield the puck in the face-off circle. Up top for Hall. Over across one-timer Hawko. Puck bouncing in the slot at the block. 20 seconds to go in the period. Here's Ewan McDonald. Over across. Chance here for the Mustangs. Pass it crossing for Lynch off a stick. And here's Baldwin now. 10 seconds to go. Baldwin on the half wall makes make the move over to Beliveau. Shot just goes wide as Beliveau also up 2 on the day looking for a hat trick. So that's going to be the buzzer. The Hunters are up 6 goals here on home ice. They will head to the break with a 7-1 lead. You're tuned to Highland Sports. Live from Colorado Place. Zamboni back on the ice. We'll be back after the intermission. Welcome back inside Scotia 1. Hunters leading by 6 goals on home ice. They've had major contributions from Jack Baldwin as well as Remy Beliveau, both with 2 goals on the afternoon. The 2 huge draft-eligible prospects for Cole Harbour put on a show here today. I saw a St. John Sea Dog scout in the hallway, so maybe he got their attention, or they got his attention, would make more sense. Let's see what the Mustangs can muster up here for this third period. As Doyle against Baldwin once again for the opening draw, and we're underway here in the third. That's going to be sent towards the opposite corner. There's Hawko there to collect. He's had himself a good game as well, a couple of assists. As Nate Boudreau, or Peyton Boudreau rather, will collect it. Played up the wall. Rogers can hold the line. Foot race for the puck is Beliveau in the forecheck. Beliveau can't get the puck as Rogers will turn it over shortly after collecting it. There's Morris. Nice spin move. Morris over to Baldwin looking for the hat trick, but just misses his stick. As there's Baldwin alone, the backhand! Stop made by Patterson point blank off the turnover. As good start for this rookie line for the Hunters. As here's Hawko. Will go off the wall, finds Baldwin. Poked off the stick by Doyle. Or Doyle rather. As hit on the blue line, Sanford. And penalty coming up here. Interference is the signal. Let's see who it goes to. Looks like Hawko will be the guilty party. Must have been on that zone entry hit. So Mustangs have a little bit of life here. They're down by 6 but ahead of the power play. Mulaney will take the face-off against Liam McKnight. Puck dropped. Scrum draw. Comes free for Liam Worth, who will play it off the wall, looking to clear. And that will make its way out the zone. Here is McMullen. Will take behind his own net. McMullen, the assistant captain from the South Shore, will play it up the wall for Perry. Return pass for McMullen as he'll gain the red line at center ice. McMullen inside the blue now. McMullen on the backhand will throw it towards the goal, looking for his teammate, but that's going to be out of his reach and then eventually poked out the zone. And on the forecheck is McKnight against Perry. Sean Perry will take it behind his own net. As the Mustangs will set up here on the power play breakout. Here comes LeBlanc. Gets by McKnight. LeBlanc into his zone. Toe drag. Can't get past the stick of Worth. Puck ends up with the corner. Bouncing for Worth number 2. Will play it back to himself on the wall. He'll softly kiss it off the boards right into the stick of McKnight, who pokes it but not out. Kept in by Rogers. Pass in front. One time Mulaney off the stick of Worth, who checked his flex to make sure it wasn't broken. He'll play on as McMullen collects the puck at the blue line. 45 seconds to go on the power play. Finds Rogers. Rogers will take it off the wall. Back to McMullen. McMullen will pass across looking for the one-timer. That's going to be intercepted, but kept in by Rogers. Rogers look for a lane and shoot one, blocked by Worth for the skate. Rebound, centering pass, and the skate of Boudreau. Where is it? Ludi will try and clear. Kept in by Rogers, so circle back to the blue line and shoot one, but blocked on its way through. Worth has a chance to clear. That will off the glass. Kept in once again by the South Shore Mustangs in the power play. Shot from the point, tipped off of the blocker of O'Shaughnessy. Here's McMullen now. It's 15 seconds to go on the power play. McMullen will hold on to it. Plays it down low. As McDonald will circle up top. Over for Rogers. Rogers one-touch pass for Lynch, who will collect it and shoot one on. Rebound in the crease. Stop made by O'Shaughnessy. And that'll be cleared off the ensuing turnover as back to 5-on-5. Here's Rogers up for Lynch, who will stick that into the zone. O'Shaughnessy out to play it. He has an assist in this game. That's going to be cleared but not out. Rogers holds the line once again, but here's Cluett now. Cluett looking to get past McDonald on the back check, but the Mustangs win that battle. Here's Richard. Richard will throw it up ahead. As Rogers at the end of his shift will send it in deep, but won't go on the bench. McDonald finds it, but picked off by Cluett as he'll skate through the middle of the ice in his own zone. Cluett looking for Martin, who couldn't handle that pass, but McLean couldn't handle it as well, as supposed to play it as Patterson. Ends up on the stick of Chu. Here's Jack Chu up for Lynch. Lynch will circle back in his own zone, his own blue line. Pass it for Richard. Richard has a little bit of space, he'll send it in deep. A lot of chipping and chasing for the South Shore today. As here's Jaden Hall. Hall will cycle it Over for Urquhart. There's Andrew Urquhart, the rookie. Will make his way through the middle. Finds Maverick Mitchell. Mitchell will enter the zone left side. Looking for a lane. Drops it off for Urquhart. One-timer shot blocked. Martin looking for the rebound. Comes free for Urquhart. Poked away. Played up for Chu. Here's Bain. Carter Bain, the captain, will play up for Sanford on the right wall. Sanford will fire one out the rush. It's going to be out the glove of Hawko, who shakes his hand as he's feeling that block. Puck ended up out of play out the equipment of Hawko. And that will stop things here as we're just past the 4-minute mark of the third period. Hunter's up big on home ice. Mitchell against Doyle for the face-off. Puck drops inside the Hunter zone. One back for Hawko. As intercepted by Sanford on the D-to-D exchange. Here's Sanford. Will climb it up the wall, looking to hold the line of the Mustangs. It's going to be sent the other way. And that will look to be an icing call as last man back Bailey able to get there in time. So Hunters can't change. Face-off will be inside Cole Harbor's zone. Puck will be dropped to the blocker side of number 31 in white, O'Shaughnessy. Mitchell against Doyle, in for the draw. Puck hits the ice. One ahead for the Hunters. Play to the blue line, and that will just stay in the zone. Here's Sanford, over across, shot from Bain. It'll just misses wide as he ends streaking through the right wall. Perry will try and collect it and neutralize, but that will hop over his stick. Back to retrieve it is Bailey. Here's Cameron Bailey. Will play it around the wall, looking for McMullen. He'll shoulder check for an option. Leaves it for Sanford. Here's McMullen. Cross ice for Bain, but poking that one off his stick was Hawko. Watch out there. Sanford takes his man to the wall. Boudreau. Puck comes free for the Mustangs in neutral ice. Over to Rogers. Rogers will enter the zone. Rogers looking for a lane. Will shoot one off the stick of Worth. And that will hit the scoreboard and out of play. As we're about 5 minutes into the third. You're tuned to highbuttonsports.ca. Live from CHP. Approaching 1 o'clock local time. Here on a Sunday afternoon. Make sure you set your fantasy football lineups. Just a reminder. I got burned with that last week. A shot will be sent just wide. Here's Rogers pinching in. Rogers out of the corner. Behind the net now, looking for a lane. Rogers over cross. Shot is on. They score. LeBlanc finds the back of the net off the great feed from Cole Rogers. And the Mustangs are now down by 5 here in the third. Rogers to LeBlanc. So, not quite over yet. Just past the 5-minute mark. A lot can happen in this last 14:48 of regulation. You never know. As they'll drop the puck at center ice. Here is McMullen. Looking for the return pass, but kept in by Beliveau. The rookie line back out there. Morris, Beliveau, and Baldwin. They've been great here today. Here is Rogers. Find his own net. Rogers will go up the wall. Finds Mulaney. Mulaney over to LeBlanc. LeBlanc will fire one off the rush. Stopped by O'Shaughnessy, and he'll collect the rebound and cover up for the whistle. So we'll get the goal confirmation there. LeBlanc from Rogers at 5:12. Hall out there with Worth, Beliveau, and Baldwin, as well as Mason Morris. Puck is dropped. So 5 first years on the ice for Cole Harbor. All draft eligible. As here is Chu back to retrieve it. Off the wall. Finds Jaden Hall on his own blue line. Did he pass over to Worth? Liam Worth will circle back in his own zone. Return pass for Hall, who has it in his own slot area. Hall will make his way up the wall. Finds Beliveau, who will poke it in deep as he takes a hit on the play. Patterson will redirect in the corner. Puck comes free for Chu. Here's Jack Chu, played up the ball. Looking for McLean. Here come the Mustangs. Here's McLean. McLean will weave his way through, pass towards the goal off a stick. Landry looking for it, but Hunters will take over. Here comes Baldwin. He's got 2 goals in this game, looking for the hat trick, as well as Beliveau, his line mate. They both got a pair. Here's Urquhart off the bench, passes for the slot. Doesn't make his way through. Urquhart will recollect. He's getting hit on the back check from Lynch, as Urquhart did not see that guy coming. Here come the Mustangs now from some numbers. Nice move by Richard. Richard spinning pass towards the goal. intercepted on the back check from Jaden Hall, the call-up rookie. As a few players colliding, two Mustangs actually, Bailey and Richard. Here's Worth through the middle, off the stick that was out of the hands and just sitting there on the ice, so that'll be an icing call. Unfortunate bounce for Liam Worth. So Mustangs look to capitalize on this icing for the Hunters. They'll send Bain, Sanford, and Doyle out there. This looks to be their top line. Shots dead even at 28. Cluett against Doyle in for the face-off. They'll draw with the puck. Scrum draw comes free for Martin. Martin up ahead for Urquhart. There's the rookie Andrew Urquhart on the left side. Will drag and make a move. Urquhart looking to go all the way, but he can't get past the goaltender, who's the last man to beat. Beautiful toe drag from Andrew Urquhart, and Cluett with an extra shot after the whistle once again. And 17 and white will head to the penalty box. That's the second retaliation type of penalty for Justin Cluett. Mustangs back to the man advantage. As we're about 7 minutes into this third. They're scoring quick here, you never know. Doyle in for the draw. Out there with Bain, McDonald, Rogers, and Richard. Puck is dropped. One back for Rogers, but he couldn't handle the puck because he tried to corral it with his foot. As Belvon on the forecheck, watch out there. Richard wasn't ready for him, but able to make the play just in time. As another near collision from the Mustangs between their own players. Puck comes free. Here is Bain, the captain, will weave his way through. Holding on to it is the number 10 Bain, the veteran, will look for a lane. On the half wall, towards the middle now. Bain will go towards the goal off the pad of O'Shaughnessy. Puck is bouncing for Ludi. Looking to clear. Kept in. Towards the goal was Boyle. Couldn't find it, or Doyle rather. I keep saying Boyle. As that will be turned over and sent down the ice. Mustangs look to regroup here. Here's Rogers. Rogers will lead the rush for South Shore. Here comes Cole Rogers. Enters his zone. Over to Richard. Richard will hold on to it up top. Across for Bain. Bain down low. Return pass. Bain shot just goes wide past the blocker. That was a good give and go. His puck will be kept in. Hawko looking to clear, and he will. Back to retrieve it as Rogers on his own blue line. He'll backpedal. Cole Rogers has the puck. Enters his zone. On the goal line now is number 4. Rogers will go backhand sauce up top. As Bain will collect. Bain. Penalty coming up here, so a 5-on-3 perhaps. As watch out. Bujo tanking up with Rogers. Goalie to the bench. Delayed penalty. Here is Partland. Over to Bain. Bain up top for Rogers. Rogers will shoot one through the screen. Rebounds there, but touched up. And that will stop play. So a 21-second 5-on-3. Looks like a high stick. I'll have to get a confirmation on that signal. So holding the stick, my apologies. Hartland, Mulaney, Perry, LeBlanc, and McMullen out there for this 5-on-3 against Boudreau, Ludi, and Worth. Puck dropped, one back to the point, shot, McMullen scores! Mustangs make quick work of that 5-on-3, and it's Cal McMullen who gets the goal. So it's now a 4-goal lead for Cole Harbour. .14 to go. As Mustangs still in the power play for basically the whole 2 minutes. They scored very quickly on that 5-on-3. So another quick one here, and like I just said, you never know. Here's Perry. Perry, return pass for the most recent goal scorer, McMullen. Over to Mulaney, he'll send it in deep. Mustangs have light now about halfway through this third. As puck comes free for Perry, but he can handle the bounce. Here's Cluett out of the box. Justin Cluett enters the zone. Will fire one off the rush. It's going to go off his stick and out of play. Face-off will be inside the Mustang zone as they are still in the power play for the next minute and 24. They'll send their top guys back out there. Baldwin will take the face-off inside the Mustang zone. Hunters are short-handed. Puck dropped. One back for Urquhart. Shot blocked in front as Doyle will collect. Here's Kean Doyle. Played for the Gulls last year. Losing for Rogers, another Gulls alumni. Cole Rogers will scan the ice. Pass over across for Bain, who couldn't quite handle it. It was ahead of him, but able to make a play inside the zone. Bain finds a loose puck behind the net. Carter Bain, the captain, looks for a lane. Makes a move on the half wall and deep for McDonald. Here's Ewan McDonald. Makes his way up the wall. McDonald will hold on to it. Over to Doyle. Doyle pass across, looking for Bain. That's going off a stick. Puck comes free for McDonald. Bouncing behind the net for Doyle. Kean Doyle looks for a lane. Pass across the goal line. Here's McDonald up top. Rogers will walk the line and shoot one off the stick, and that will go up and out of play. Good stick there up top from Jack Baldwin. Now we'll take us into the TV timeout, so we'll be right back in about a minute. Welcome back inside Cole Harbour Place. We're past the halfway mark of the third. 9:54 to go. Mustangs have made things interesting here as they're down by 4. They're down 7-1 going into the period. They scored 2 quick ones to get back within striking distance. As off the face-off, McDonald nearly put that home off the great pass from Bain. 20 seconds to go in the power play. Rogers looking to find it. Bujo will look to clear. Kept in by Carter Bain. Bain up top will shoot one through the screen. Rebounds there. Stopped by O'Shaughnessy. And that was a big one from number 31. As McDonald was all alone looking for the rebound. But O'Shaughnessy comes up big for his team. Face off will be to the glove side of the goaltender. Puck dropped. Mustangs have it on the power play. Here's Rogers looking for a lane. Finds Shoe, shot up high. Rebound, where is it? That's going to be blown dead as lodged its way into the equipment of O'Shaughnessy, who didn't know where it was. But he was able to make the save. They'll reconvene here at the top of the dot. Cameron Urquhart against Doyle for the face-off inside the Hunters zone. Puck dropped, one ahead by the Hunters. Here is Urquhart. Cameron Urquhart through middle of the ice, has the puck. Makes a move by Rogers, but poked off of his stick at the last moment. Penalty coming up there on the play, actually. So, as the Mustangs power play expires, they'll head to the penalty kill. There's a few more shoves after the fact. Let's see if that will even things up or not. Looks like it's just the original penalty that will be assessed and nothing more. So Rogers tangled up Urquhart there. That was another shove. A little high that one was. Caught that one on camera. So just the penalty to Rogers. So power play for Cole Harbour. Here is Cluett, one-timer. Urquhart scores! Andrew Urquhart, his second of the game on the one-timer. The Hunters have 8 goals here at home. So 3 rookies, all draft eligible, double dipping for Cole Harbour. Baldwin, Beliveau, and now Urquhart. So the future is bright here in Cole Harbour. We'll drop the puck at center ice. 8-3 game, 5 goals spread once again. Another power play goal, so they're 3 for 4 on the man advantage today. A shot from the distance, we block it away from O'Shaughnessy. Sent in deep, here's Sanford out of the corner. Sanford makes a move on the center ice dot. Pass over cross. Sent in deep by McLean. Lynch looking for the no-look pass there, but he couldn't connect. Here's Urquhart up ahead. Here's Braden Martin all alone. Martin on the backhand, 5-0 scores. Martin sneaks it through the pads of Patterson. And that's 4 players with 2 goals for Cole Harbour. 9-3. So 12 goals between the 2 teams. Beliveau, Baldwin, Urquhart, and now Martin, all with a pair. Martin, not a first-year rookie, but his first year in the league, also draft eligible. And here's LeBlanc. LeBlanc gets tangled up with Hawko. It's Hartland looking for it. Hartland out of the corner, pass in front, into the stick of Baldwin. Baldwin finds Morris, watch out here, 2-on-2. Morris into the zone, gets hit in the wall by Rogers. Puck comes free for Morris, up ahead for Beliveau. As Hawko has it up top, Hawko shot to the screen, will go wide of the net. Baldwin will love it down and pass in front for Beliveau, hit the side of the cage on his shot attempt. Pass in front, turned over. Here comes South Shore, poked up ahead for Hartland, enters the zone. Hartland in the corner. Has the puck, number 15 in blue, look for a lane. Looking to cycle it in deep, but Worth shoves him off the puck. LeBlanc and Baldwin tangled up behind the play. Pass in front, so O'Shaughnessy forced to cover up as it ended up right in his crease. 7.5 to go. 6-goal lead for the Hunters. Cluett will take the face-off inside his own zone against Kean Doyle. To the blocker side of O'Shaughnessy. Puck is dropped. One back for Peyton Boudreau. Boudreau has Landry all over him. Comes straight for Cluett. Justin Cluett turned over for Bain. Bain makes a move off the wall. Carter Bain. Backhand across. One-timer from Bailey blocked. That was Braden Cowan getting a shin pad on that one. Bailey against Cowan, but that's going to be a nice call as Bailey won the foot race. So they'll drop the puck 200 feet the other way. She approached the 13-minute mark of the third period. Doyle against Cluett once again. Puck is dropped. One back for the Mustangs. Bain looking forward to his feet. Poked away from Boudreau. Foot race for the puck. As this time Patterson will go out to play it. He'll go saucer up the boards as they couldn't find his teammate Bain. Here's Worth up ahead looking to find his teammate McKnight, but he gets tangled up with Bain. Worth will recollect. Liam Worth over to partner Peyton Boudreau. Boudreau through the middle looking for an option there, but he intercepts it, but he gets it right back. Peyton Boudreau finds Cluett. Cluett towards the goal, blocked by Bailey. Here's chance for Landry to clear. He'll go up the board, but pinching in his Worth to keep the play alive. Puck bouncing in the slot area, but nobody can find it. Ends up on the opposite wall. As Cluett will send it in deep. Chu has it. Chu goes skate to stick and will cycle it back for Doyle. Here's Kean Doyle out of his own end. Will go off the wall looking for Bain. Bain and Worth fighting for the loose puck. 6 minutes to go now here in the third. They'll be sent back onto Worth, who was right forward on the wall. Worth inside his own zone. Worth, the rookie defenseman, nearly turns it over in front of his own net, but gets it right back. As Boudreau will collect it. It will go off the boards and out of play. And that will be a whistle as we just enter the last 6 minutes of play here in the third. 9-3 in Cole Harbour. Face off will be the blocker side of O'Shaughnessy. Mitchell against McDonald. Puck is dropped. As ends up in the corner. Both teams battle for it. Another scrum behind the net. Comes free from McLean. Will send it right back in deep. Lynch will poke it towards the goal. We'll expect a bit of a muck fest to end things off here. 6-goal spread, 5.5 to go. Here's McDonald. McDonald will fire one on. Stopped by O'Shaughnessy. And scrum out to the fact is watch out here. A few blows being exchanged. Looks like they'll be separated. A few words being thrown at each other. Both teams make some changes. 5.5 to go. Looks like it'll be 5-on-5. As we'll sort things out here. Might be a power play for South Shore. Hunter's only got 4 guys out there. And there it is. So Mitchell gets the extra 2. Number 28 in white. LeBlanc against Cluett for the face-off. Puck dropped. Went back for Cluett, but picked up by Sanford. Sanford pass in front there. One timer was fanned on. So here's Rogers out of the corner. Rogers looking to make a move, and he will. Up top for LeBlanc. LeBlanc will drag and shoot up high. Will go past the blocker and wide of the net. That had a lot of mustard on that one. Here's Sanford. Gets hit into the boards, and that'll be cleared to the line. That will go off the glove of Rogers, who's forced to circle back as it went past him inside his own zone. Here's Cole Rogers. Over to LeBlanc. Up ahead for McMullen. Here's Cal McMullen. Pass in front looking for Mulaney out of his reach as Moody will collect as he gets tangled up from Sanford. Arm stays down. Mustangs still have it. Pass in front, but it's going to be intercepted and sent down the ice. As Patterson will direct traffic, he'll leave it for Rogers. Rogers will spin off the forecheck. Cole Rogers fans on the pass. Urquhart there on the forecheck to cause havoc, but McMullen will recollect. But turned over once again as Martin avoids a few checks. We'll circle it back as they'll calm things down here. Hunters are short-handed, so they'll kill some clock and send it down the ice. 50 seconds to go on the Mustangs power play. Patterson leaves it for Perry. Perry will make a move behind the net. Fakes one way, goes the other. Perry up for Bain. Bain through the middle of the ice. Has the puck, enters the zone. Drops it off of the blue line. Sent in deep by Chu. Sanford finds it. Sanford will take a hit and then turn it over as Martin will collect the puck. Here's Braden Martin looking to get past Perry. But Perry stables his man into the wall as Martin will poke it out the zone. Gets tangled up as Sanford will take over. There's Sanford as a lane. Pass towards the middle. Bang! Shot goes wide. As puck in the corner. Boudreaux looking to clear. Kept in by Sanford as 2 bodies collide there behind the net. Martin with a chance to clear, and that will be sent down the ice. And that's going to do it for the power play. So back to 5-on-5. Mitchell out of the box. Perry looking to clear. Martin on the forecheck. Martin towards the goal. Just goes over the glove and wide for Patterson. Here's Worth now. Worth looking for Baldwin. So Baldwin, Bellevaux, and Martin all in hat-trick watch, all out there in the last 3 minutes of the game looking for their 3rd goal. All 3 have scored 2. So here's Bain. Up ahead. Finds Hartland. Hartland will drop it off. Shot is on from Chu, who had his shot blocked from Hako. Inside 3 minutes to go. Here's Hako over to Cameron Urquhart, who turns it over. As here comes Hartland the other way. Hartland with Doyle. Hartland on the backhand towards the goal, but nobody was home to take the drop pass. Belliveau will recollect and saucer it through the middle. Morris couldn't collect it as that was out of his reach as Hako finishes his hit. Here is Bain. Bain towards the goal, blocked in front by Urquhart, who's feeling the effects of that one. And that will stop play as number 13 is slow to get up. So with 2.5 to go. As watch out there, I didn't even see that behind the play. Player hitting the wall. Cameras did not catch that as I had the camera pointed towards center ice. Hit was nowhere near the play, so as the parents give their takes on the hit and the crowd. Let's see what comes out of this. Urquhart's still down as his brother comes to check on him. Not sure what happened there or caused that shove, but let's see what the penalty or signals. Nice little hide written underneath, so I can't even see the refs. Urquhart back on his feet. Looks like it's a lower body issue for him. You can't see, but the referees are discussing the play right below us. Not sure what caused that last infraction there. It looks like Urquhart's into the dressing room with 2.5 to go in the third. There's 2 Urquharts in the team. They're brothers. Number 13 is Cameron Urquhart. He's a year older. Might be 2 years older, now that I think of it. So they'll drop the puck right in front of the Cole Harbour side of the crowd and neutral ice. That's going to be one ahead by the Mustangs. Here's Mulaney. Mulaney will drag and shoot and block. Rebounds there. O'Shaughnessy sprawls out for the save in desperation. Here's McLean. Shot from the point. Tipped on goal. O'Shaughnessy makes a save once again. As we're nearing the 2-minute point to go here in the third. Mustangs have it. Shot from Mulaney. Blocked in front. Landry looks for the loose puck. Gets hit in the wall by Cluett. 2 minutes to go now. Here's McDonald. Has a little bit of a step here as he lets the shot go. Stopped by O'Shaughnessy. As that's going to be played behind the net by Cluett. Puck bouncing for Ludi. Cluett. Over across for Urquhart. Andrew Urquhart will go all the way down the ice. Last man back is Bailey, who will look to clear off the boards. Kept in. As watch out here, Mulaney. If he can play the hop right, he might have a chance, and he will. Mulaney off the post! That close to make it 9-4 was number 11, Lachlan Mulaney. His hit there on the blue line causes a stir from the crowd. As Urquhart looking for it. Urquhart reverse check. Puck on the street for Hako. Expect a greasy finish here. As here's Hako, and right there, as I mentioned it, a slash after the play. There's 2 fights going on, so I don't know who to put the camera on. This one looks more interesting as the goalie's involved. As watch out here, a full-on Donnybrook. Fists are flying in front of the Mustangs crease. Helmet's off. Cluett wants a piece of him. In behind the play, another punch being thrown as it's 2-on-1 down low. So they'll separate the players. Cluett into the box once again. Couple FUs being exchanged between the two teams. So 67 seconds left in the game. Referees will sort out the penalties once again. A lot of laughs and smiles in the huddle right in front of us here. So still waiting the official penalty calls. A dad in the South Shore crowd wants the ref to break up the two teams. They'll send each team to the respective benches as they discuss the play. I'll try and listen in here the best I can. Not sure if the camera can see me or not. Referee's got his notepad out. He's got a few numbers written down. Looks like there's a girls' high school hockey tournament going on after this as they wait to start their game. I believe it's the Auburn Classic now that I think of it. Referee's still deciding what they want to do here. So it looks like they'll send Cluett to the dressing room. And McLean will also be escorted out of the game. So it looks like they're ready to go after all that. 1:07 to go, so 67 seconds remaining. As Patterson playing pass with Rogers. With all this discussion, there could be a suspension that came out of that. I mean, there was definitely a few fists being thrown. And you can't do that in U18 hockey, I think. If you want to see fights, you can watch the new Senior A League. We have all the East Hants Senior Penguins and Pictou Pipers games available on High Button Sports this year. It's great to see senior hockey back in Nova Scotia. Those are where the real fights happen. As they'll finally drop the puck. One back. Shot off the rip. It's going to be wide of the net. So, looks like a power play for South Shore after all that commotion. As pass in front. So they gave the fighting major to both guys. So that could be a suspension on both sides. That was McLean and Cluett. I believe if they deem it fighting, it's a 5-game suspension. So a few misconducts timed out as LeBlanc short side shot goes over the shoulder and off of O'Shaughnessy out of play. So yeah, could be a few suspensions from that Donnybrook, but don't know for sure. We'll have to wait till after the game to find that out. Doyle in for the draw. Wants it back for Perry. Inside 30 seconds to go in this third period. Shot from the point, rebound is there for Doyle off the side of the net. O'Shaughnessy makes the save. 15 seconds now. There's Doyle. Comes free. Heartland tangled up as Worth will play it right back into the wall. And looks like the Hunters have just won the game. 9-3 is your final score. Cole Harbour victorious on home ice. As they had 4 players score a pair of goals each. Beliveau, Baldwin, Martin, and Urquhart. All draft eligible players for the Hunters, so future is bright in Cole Harbour. And with that, I'd like to thank you for tuning in to this one. My name is Mason Dyke here with Highbun Sports. Appreciate, as always, you tuning in. As we'll say sayonara from Scotia 1. A few more games in the docket to finish off the weekend. And then we got another busy one next week. But for now, we'll say goodbye. Have a great afternoon, everybody. Go Bengals.